Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Yes, so my people, they said the toad does not run during the day for nothing. It's either the toad is pursuing something or something is pursuing the toad. Now, if this information is correct, report reaching us is that Ebony's house was, taken over by black cats. Like, not just one cat, so they said there were very many. And because of fear, everybody who is resident in that house was running helter-skelter, trying to get out of the house, but unfortunately the door to that apartment wouldn't open. The major door downstairs wouldn't open. They were screaming all over the place. Everybody was running. Everybody was going up and then running back. She tried to come downstairs, but from the staircase she saw that the entire house had been infested by black cats, or with black cats. And so she ran back upstairs, screaming her auntie's name, screaming the nanny's name. Nanny was sleeping with the baby, Yes, Nanny was sleeping with the baby. Her other aunt was right there, sleeping upstairs. They have 3 rooms upstairs, in her apartment. And when they woke up, they now started hearing that meowing sound all over the place. It was almost like a market square to cats. And one thing that is peculiar about the palace is that there's something about cats in that palace of the Ooni of Ife. If the information we continue to get is correct, it's something about cats and all of that. But then they have several kinds of cats there. But this one were all black cats, looking like it's a market for black cats. They were all over her sitting room. Some were coming upstairs. When she came upstairs and they saw that she had seen them, they started moving towards her upstairs. Apparently, they were looking for her. And that was how she ran upstairs, locked the door. They were screaming. She went to wake the nanny up, carried her baby. A mother's instinct, the mother's first instinct is to save her baby no matter what. Whatever would want to happen to her can happen to her, but for her baby, she needed to save her baby, so she carried her baby. And they were running and running. They were making calls. And now you do know that the palace of the Ooni of Ife is well built. All of those doors are security doors. They said all of the doors connecting every apartment are all bulletproof doors. So now as they were screaming inside, now trying to make calls outside, now the phone, from what they said, if the information is correct according to them, there are so many mysterious things that can happen under, certain circumstances that you and I may never be able to explain. This is one of such. According to them, they were making calls upstairs. The phones were ringing upstairs where they are, but the phones were not ringing outside. So apparently, all the people they were trying to call were not able to get that emergency call. Those meow, meow, meow sound that they were hearing, like inside the house where Ebony was, it was, sounding like the whole cats in the entire universe were inside that house. The noise, it was alarming, was scary and everything. They were all hearing everything that was happening. That is Ebony. Ebony was running left, right, and center. The aunt was inside that house. The nanny was inside the same house. Everything that Ebony said she saw. The reason why she was running from pillar to post, going from one point to the other, the aunt never saw anything. The nanny never saw anything. But what they saw was that she ran to the room where the baby is supposed to be sleeping with the nanny and carried the baby and backed the baby. She was scared. She was so terrified over what she was saying. Now, according to her, from what they said, she stood by the staircase and she was looking down. Now, she would try to go down. Now, why was she trying to go down? She was trying to access the main road, that is the major door. But nannies and, the nanny and the aunt came down and they went down, took the staircase and they went down to the hallway. They were trying to access the door. The only thing that they can attest to the fact was that the door refused to open. The door was jammed. The door was locked. They were moving the key. The key would not move either right or left. Nothing was happening. The door was open, was not able to open. But one thing that they said they never saw, they said they never saw any cat. But Ebony said the house was infested with so many black cats as she was running, crying, shouting all over the place. This is what is going on right about now, if the information is correct, okay? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Delara. I bring you fresh and spicy just from the sources still on the royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you so much. I love your show. Adukbe, my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. And do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you. Happy midweek to you. I love you guys. Thank you. Delara, do not forget, tomorrow is Mommy Abe's birthday. She will be 60 tomorrow. Hey, we bless God for her. And if you are celebrating a birthday, an anniversary, and whatever you're celebrating for your child or something, do not hesitate to do me an email. I am right here. I check my emails every day to see if I get any message from any of you. I love you guys. If there's nothing I can do, I can just give you an amazing shout out and a warm hug. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. So as we are hearing what is going on, if the information is correct, they said they tried to open the door. They could not open the door. Ebony was trying to calm down. She couldn't. She was screaming on top of her voice. That they all said the way Ebony screamed, that they have never heard anyone scream like that that day. And the way she was screaming inside that house, that someone ought to have heard from outside, but apparently for whatever was happening inside the house, her voice would not go out. Nobody heard a pin drop. Like nobody heard anything from outside. They said nobody seemed to have heard anything, but the aunts and the nanny, they were running all over. So upon seeing that Ebony was so terrified and all of that, the nanny was running to try and get the baby from Ebony. Ebony wouldn't. Of course, you do understand, a mother, no matter what a mother wants, feels like, okay, the safest place for her baby to be is with her. She can protect her baby with her life, but another person wouldn't. And so she was running from pillar to post inside the house, shouting. There were cars, so many cars, over 200 cars, black card, and she was running all over the place. It was such a terrifying event. The nanny said she has never ever encountered anything that terrifying before. And the nanny said she picked up her phone. She was calling Ebony's home, calling the security in the palace, calling everybody. The phone was actually ringing. Nobody was picking. Nobody was picking. But it was very surprising that, that morning, that this event took in fact, it took up to 2 hours before they tried to open the door. The door opened and they all ran out. But when they ran out, they found out that there was nobody, because with the way Ebony was screaming and everything that was happening, with all that chaos inside the house, they were hoping that people would have been by the door trying to give them help. But when they got out there, everywhere was quiet. Everyone was busy sleeping. Nobody had anything. Nobody had any sound. Nobody had any troubling, like nobody knew there was trouble anywhere. And the nanny and Ebony's aunt, they were so shocked over what happened, and to know that all of those calls that they were trying to put across to people, none of them had gone through. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media, should not be seen as fact.